Good afternoon and welcome to the TB Yacht Broker YouTube channel. My name's Tom Bentley and I'm a yacht broker for Sunseeker based down in the heart of Sunseeker in Poole and the south coast of the UK. Now, one of my main roles within the company is to use what's called a Matterport camera to create and stitch together 3D walkthroughs of our new stock boats that are just coming out of the factory. It's a fantastic visual representation of being able to send to our clients through the means of WhatsApp, email, and even YouTube that I'm now progressing with. I started playing around with a few of these videos recently. I did a few screen recordings, screen captures, where I would walk through the boat, set up my own YouTube channel, and all of 5 subscribers very much enjoyed the videos I've put up so far. But having watched back through those videos, I wanted to create a more immersive experience, and I found that the one thing that was lacking was any kind of commentary or even music to walk through the boat with. But for a client that really wants to understand what they're looking at rather than kind of deadpan silence, I thought the best way to do this would be for me to be on camera and point out some key factors of the boat that I'm showing as I'm walking through. Now, this is the first time that I've recorded myself, so please be gentle in the comments. But what we're going to do today is we're going to look through a Sunseeker 76 yacht. Now, this particular boat that we're about to look through was actually on display at the Southampton Boat Show in September of this year, 2019. And as you can see, the weather was absolutely fantastic for this event, unlike how it is today here in Poole. But the 76 yacht has been a very, very popular model that we've been building for about almost the last 2 years, obviously replacing our last 75 yacht hull. Now, it is a brand new hull, it's a brand new deck, it's a brand new layout. The whole thing is a brand new concept of boat. And I think you can really see that. And again, if you're used to the 75 yacht of old, you'll really see now how much this boat differs in terms of its openness, its layout, and kind of just general feeling of kind of being able to walk through and see everything of that boat all at one time. So what we've got here in front of us is what's called a dollhouse view of the boat, and we can walk around it and have a look through here, but realistically, to kind of really get our claws into this, we want to kind of get right inside. So here we go, we're going to jump in here, and I'm just going to zoom out just ever so slightly. There we go. So having had a look here at the front kind of view, as we can see, obviously we're looking into the saloon from the aft cockpit of this boat, and it's an instant wow factor for me on this boat. Now, I must say that we were very lucky at Southampton Boat Show to have our good friends at Harrods actually dress this boat for us. So there's some really beautiful bits of kit all the way throughout this boat. But just to kind of give you a general overview of the boat, this is, as I said, a brand new Deep V 76 hull. In the bottom of this boat, you've got the MAN V12 1550 engines, which should bring you up to about 32 knots worth of top speed and around about 24 knots in terms of your cruising speed. Now, what you can also see from this shot here is the start of the kind of the bi-colour scheme that we've spec'd this boat in. So at the bottom here you can see a dark kind of, or really a Wenge wood colour, and you can start to see some of this as well, framing various bits of the boat and up on here on the ceiling. Now, we use that darker wood of part of some of the framing parts of the boat all the way through, but the main colour is realistically going to be this here. You will see this as we go a bit further down into the boat, but this is our silver oak wood colour choice. Now, from where I'm sat, or from where you're standing, as an immersive way of view, you can see that these big screen doors that are here, now these actually fold back all the way as a single piece along this track here on the bottom to behind this wet bar system here, and actually behind this big stainless steel staircase just here. So you do get an uninterrupted view all the way throughout this boat. And a common theme with Sunseekers of the last kind of 3 to 4 years has really been the amount of glass that we can put down this boat, and you'll see as we walk through, it's a stunning feature of the boat. But I am just going to twist us round ever so slightly while we're in this aft cockpit part of the boat and bring us round to here. Now, there's a few key points here that I want to point out. Firstly is this piece here, which couples with this piece here and this piece here. Now, this is all freestanding furniture. Gone are the days where we were moulding the furniture into the top deck space of the boat. So really it gives our clients a real customization aspect to when they are building their brand new boat. And if they have a preferred option of furniture supplier, that is something that we can really easily build into these 76 yachts here, because it is all freestanding. Now again, bringing ourselves back to this glass, we can see it's absolutely everywhere all the way down through this boat. But this cute little feature here is something that I want to point out. Again, years gone by, most manufacturers probably would have just fiberglassed over the top of that as part of the mould. But by cutting that in, it continues the kind of the gorgeous lines of the glass down through the boat, but also gives us this beautiful little window here, which just increases the outside space coming in. Now, one more point in this photo here that I do want to point out is this piece here. This actually folds down towards you, and behind that is a third helm station option. We'll talk in more detail about the helm options and driving systems when we get a bit further up to the helm, but this, as a point at the back, just gives you an extra station to drive the boat from. I'm going to do a quick spin around the back of the boat, just simply to show you a lovely seating group area just here at the back. Here, nice big wraparound seating group, big U-shaped seating bin, great big teak table that you can obviously fold to get through all the way through. And bringing ourselves back round to this space here, you've got that beautiful stainless steel staircase that goes all the way up to the flybridge. Now, moving on from the flybridge staircase up there, one point to note is that underneath here in the wet bar, we do have a full fridge and also a full ice maker and bin storage just underneath here. Now I'm going to spin us round so we then can look back at this marvellous saloon, just so here, and take a step inside. And I'm just going to zoom out again. So one thing again to note is just this fantastic glass that's all the way down the boat. It really just brings the outside in and really kind of pulls the whole saloon with loads of sunlight all the way throughout. We do have over here a nice big Samsung 55-inch screen TV. Now this is actually part of the AV package that's spec'd onto this boat. Now that includes a TV for every single cabin on the boat. Those TVs are spec'd with obviously Bluetooth, Apple TV, and also there is a Sonos entertainment system spec through this boat, with the master cabin and also this boat here receiving Sonos soundbars. So you've got this amazing entertainment system that's on the boat. Plus, on the Sonos system, there is space to plug in 2 European data cards into the boat. So you can actually have your own Wi-Fi, which 9 times out of 10 is probably better than the marina Wi-Fi that you're going to be in. So a really good space for kind of early evenings when that sun's cooled off and everyone just kind of wants to snuggle around into this kind of big family group seating area. Another thing to note in this area here is I'm just going to draw your attention to this cabinet down here. Now actually underneath this cabinet is actually one of the air conditioning chillers. So we've shortened the space from that chiller rather than being in the engine room and bringing it right up into the saloon. So that cooling air effect is right in the place that you need it. This boat has actually been spec'd with a European air conditioning tropical specification. It's reverse cycle, so it also does heat as well, and that is also stipulated in the crew cabin. Now, just mentioning the crew cabin there, I don't actually have any footage of it here, but that crew cabin is actually spec'd for 4 people. There is a double bed with 2 twin singles in there as well. That crew cabin will also have access to the engine room and a washer and an individual dryer system there. So for me, this boat is right on the cusp of owner-operator, but has all of the amenities should you want a crew on board. I'm going to take one more step forward here on the boat and just bring our eye level back up to where we need to be. Now, again, we've been quite clever in terms of what we've been able to do. So for sake of example, this piece of glass here, at the flick of the switch, can become completely opaque. So you can close off that galley. The galley, as a new build, you can spec it to be completely enclosed, but personally, I prefer this option. I think the galley on these boats is really part of the beating heart of the boats now, and you have the option of kind of just shutting off this end if you so wanted to, but it makes a very social area part of the boat, which is why we've kept it kind of front and centre. You've got a big, nice seating group area here for 8 people to properly dine on the boat as well. If I take one more step forward, we will have a better view of this galley over here, and it has all of the amenities. You've got a combi oven microwave just in here, which will do both. You've got a full ring hob just above it. You've got a full dishwasher just behind here. In behind this unit here, you can't quite see it, but actually you've got a 20 bottle wine cooler, and then opposite that you have a full fridge freezer system that's just behind here, recycle bins. And one really special feature of this galley is this part here. This is actually an electronically operated window, so you can draw that down and all of the cooking smells, all of the smoke, depending on how bad your cooking is, will go straight out the window. So again, we've really thought about how we can make this experience the best for the people that are up on board. Now, as we can see here, I'm just going to take one more step forward. We've got our main helm group area. Now, you've got a lovely kind of seating group area for guests who want to come up and kind of understand what's going on at the helm, and they can face either way on the boat. They can look all the way down, again, a nice interrupted view all the way back, or they can kind of sit and chat with the captain or crew or whoever it may be. Now, we have a captain's door here as well that you can get straight out onto that side deck. And what I'm going to do is come up and stand right next to the helm. So spinning around, we can see that the boat has actually been upgraded to the 19-inch spec Simrad screens. You've got your engine management systems just here. The boat actually has been spec'd with a pair of slightly zero-speed vector fin stabilization fins as well. And for the eagle eyes out of all of you over here, there is a Rexroth Aventix joystick. Now, this joystick will combine the stern thruster, the bow thruster, and also the 2 screws in order to come together through a computer system, and you can actually drive the whole boat of this system. So again, for people who've never really driven this size of boat before, we try to take as much of the pressure out of it by using this system. And it's all proportional, so the harder you move that joystick horizontally, the harder it will push. You can actually also twist the top to turn the boat in its own length. So the systems are becoming a lot easier to be able to drive these boats all the way through. I am going to spin us around because I do think that the view back down the boat is certainly warranted. And look at that, it's just stunning. It really opens up. Again, the old 75 yacht had a big bulkhead that came out of this side here to hide the galley that was in behind here. So it felt a little bit cramped and crowded. But this just really opens up into really like an apartment feel. You'll notice that all the way throughout the boat we've got LED light strips, LED downlights all the way through here. These are all dimmable as well, so you can set the mood through every cabin or part of the boat. Now I'm going to move us back so we can have a look at the staircase. Again, some beautiful dressings from our friends here at Harrods. Now this staircase, again, we've uplifted this from the old 75 yacht. The old 75 yacht was a circular staircase that we used in order to try and save a bit of space, but now we've moved that out and really made that nice big square open staircase that you can see all the way down through. So if we take a step down the staircase here, and I'm going to spin us back around, so we get right down to the bottom level, and I'm going to leave the master cabin for a little bit just here. But we've got this lovely corridor all the way through, and this is really the first look of the main kind of wood colour choice on the boat here that we can see. This is the silver oak wood colour choice. Now moving up, we see our very first cabin, our very first guest cabin. Now this is actually a double room here, guest cabin, which again for this size of boat is a fantastic space. You've got these big, beautiful glass windows down the side, proper portholes that are still featured in these windows. You've got these lovely chrome bands that go all the way throughout the boat here as well. Again, lots of downlighting all the way throughout the boat and lots of textures all the way throughout the boat as well. If I spin us back around, you'll see a large storage wardrobe in behind here. You'll see that in every single room that we go around, and also the TVs that I mentioned earlier, and actually a nice little vanity closet. Now this room actually has a Jack and Jill system to get into the day head that you can see here. So this is a kind of every cabin on the boat will have its own bathroom, but this is the one that joins up with the day head. So if I come back out of this bedroom, up to here, and then we move up to the next guest bedroom. And if I spin us around just here and bring us right inside, turn left, and here we have the twin. Now actually these twins double up as a double bed as well, so you can just about see these rails that are here on the floor. With a touch of an electronic button, those beds will slide together to make another double here on the boat. So your guests are never going to feel like they've got the short end of the stick when they come onto something like this. And I'm just going to spin back around. These guys have got their own VIP bathroom. As you can see, full sink over here, full height shower. I don't know if you can you can't quite see it in this corner, but it's actually a rain shower. It's mounted up into the ceiling. And in every bathroom, you've got your own heated electronic towel rail as well. Coming back out of the twin into the corridor, and we get our first look at the VIP cabin. Now for me, this cabin has just got the wow factor on this boat, and we haven't even made it to the master just yet. You've got these lovely colours that go all the way throughout the boat. Again, huge amounts of storage. All of this back here is all one big cupboard. All of this is storage up through the tops. All of this is storage down through the bottom as well. And it really opens up. Obviously, we're constricted by the natural line of the hull, but we've made this space as open and as light as absolutely possible. And once again, you get your own ensuite in through this door here, and a vanity closet just in behind me. Now, I said I would save the best till last, so I'm going to move straight back down through the corridors, all the way through to this master cabin. Now, if you can tell me that you've stayed in better hotel rooms than this, well then this for me is just a fantastic space. The piece I really love about it is this workstation just here. We have fitted sockets up underneath here, so in the mornings when you want to kind of grab a coffee and you don't necessarily want to socialise just yet, or you want to set your laptop up, this is a great space to do that. And I think the sofas and couches that were put into boats of designs a few years ago, they didn't really do anything. You just left your clothes on top of them, where Sunseeker really utilised this space here. Now, as we walk back round through the boats here, we've got a beautiful vanity closet just over on this side here. This flips up with a nice mirror up underneath here. We take one step just further forward, have a good look back over that master cabin just over here, and then we walk into really what is a semi kind of walk-in wardrobe, because we've actually got an open side round to our left where the master bathroom is. Now this master bathroom is stunning. We've got his and her sinks. We've got a full rain shower, as I mentioned before, just here in the background. We've got the electronic towel rails here as well. So everything about this boat, you can see again the accents of chrome and the different textures of wood and fabric and vinyl all the way throughout this boat really uplift this whole piece. The Sunseeker 76 yacht has been our most successful, or one of our most successful models to date, and you can really see why. And to give you an idea of the specification of this boat, we have a full platinum med pack all the way throughout this boat. The Sonos sound bars that I mentioned up in here all the top. I've already mentioned parts of the hull system in terms of the stabilisation system. You've got a full beach club package at the back of the boat that we discussed earlier in terms of grills and fold down seats. The boat has a water maker on board. We've talked about the entertainment systems. So for me, I personally think that the Sunseeker 76 yacht is one of the most aesthetically pleasing boats that we have in the yard. We've already discussed the Apple TV, the Sonos entertainment system. So again, for me, this boat is one of the most aesthetically pleasing boats we have currently to market. Now, what you can do is subscribe to this YouTube channel. I will be posting more videos of more walkthroughs of our brand new stock to market throughout the year. You can also contact me directly on the details at the bottom of your screen now in order to ask for the full details and specification of this boat, and also any other boats that we have in the range. Any further questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Thank you.